In this episode, we talk about the transition from a 99 to a 1% club. I'm gonna talk about my personal journey, and we're gonna talk about if it's right for you to take that leap, because a lot of people join support clubs or just regular clubs and they get around the diamonds. It's a natural thing. They decide, you know what, I wanna jump to the next level and turn diamond. Let's talk about it. Big shout to the Ghosts and the Ghost Sets. Welcome to Sose the Ghost TV, which is sponsored by Demons Row, the holy grail of MC culture. And today I got the New York Giants on. 6-1, we're doing real nice, so I had to throw that in. But today we're gonna talk about my transition from a 99 to a 1% club. I started in the auto club world. Shout to the click, 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 boom, that was our saying. I had great times with them. This is in New York. This is a disclaimer. A lot of the stuff that we're gonna talk about is from an East Coast, New York perspective. Because a lot of times people jump in the comments and say, well, where I'm from, this, and that. I don't give a about where you're from. I'm talking about my personal journey, the things I've seen, the things I've been through, and I'm well traveled. Oh, I go to Cali a lot, go down south to Florida a lot. I'm around a lot of the other diamonds, so I have many perspectives, my personal journey and other clubs that I've been around. Now, first, when I started off, it was rough for me because I transitioned from gang life. I was Crip for like 12 years, and what happened was I dealt with a home invasion. I dealt with a lot of disloyalty. I went and did a couple of years over drug charges. I just kept getting into and my brother Arson came to me and he told me about this auto club, and up until that point I never had heard of an auto club. And the Bronx is very different from the West Coast. You got a lot of car clubs and you know, these crazy low riders and all that. Growing up, the craziest thing I ever saw was like a Tahoe. The biggest drug dealer was riding like an Escalade or a Navigator. Tahoe, you was getting money. It was that type of deal. But I was fresh out the gang life, so I had a different mentality. And when Arson came to me about getting into the auto club world, I was interested, but I was skeptical because I knew nothing about it. So I remember the first day going and seeing Big Phil. Shout to Big Phil. I learned a lot from him, seeing him and the way everybody moved around him. I never seen that before. It was like kind of like a mafia boss type deal. When he moved around, the whole crowd moved with him. So I thought that was cool, you know? And I wound up doing that, and I was in the auto club for a couple years. So I put it in from car all the way to diamond. So I did that for a couple years, and then there was an MC within the club. So I wound up transitioning and going into the motorcycle club part of the club. And I had a lot of great times, and we were support for a bigger diamond club. So just seeing the way they move at parties, seeing them just bumping through people and, you know, just doing whatever they wanted to do appealed to me because I came from a gang world. So I actually liked that. So eventually I had family that left the 99 and went to a diamond club. Let me know in the comments if you think it's club hopping if you go from a 99 to a diamond. I've always said that if you're graduating, if you're going to a higher level, it's not club hopping. If you go sideways just because you can't get along with people, then that's more of a club hop type deal. But listen, at the end of the day, you can't judge somebody because sometimes you get into these clubs and it's a complete shit show. I'm not mad at somebody. They get in the club and they figure out that, listen, this doesn't work for them, and they move on to another one. But to me, I think the best thing to do, I've always said it, is to hang around. Even if it's a 99, even if it's an RC, hang around. Because if you hang around long enough, you're gonna understand the people that you're around, and they'll get on your nerve or whatever they're gonna do within that time frame. Instead of actually fully patching, putting in your work, prospecting, and then it turns out that you don't even like the people you're around. So when I first inquired about being in the Diamond Club, it was a lot of pressure. It was family already in it. It's constant like, yo, come on, come this way. This is a better look. So I remember the first time going to Jersey, that's where the Mother Charter was, and it was a huge compound. It was like a club within a club within a club. It was like 3 dance floors. There was hundreds of bros. It was a different vibe. It was a little bit more militant, but I liked it. Like I felt like I fit in. So I wound up deciding to prospect and make that transition. But let's talk about if the transition is right for you. And I think that the things that you have to do is really weigh out the type of people that are in the club and look at yourself realistically. Look at yourself in the mirror. Who do you fit in with? What type of bros do you function with? What type of music do you listen to? Race plays a part too. If you're a certain race and you're gonna be around the complete opposite the whole time, maybe it won't work for you, maybe it will. But these are the decisions you gotta make. And it's not being racist, it's just understanding what you like, what kind of music you listen to. You like heavy metal. Do you really wanna be around people that are listening to hip hop all day? And it's funny because a lot of these outlaws, you would think they're not into that stuff, but they are. Even if they're from like where I'm from, like in New York, is different. We listen to a lot of different stuff than, you know, most average bikers are. Even me, I'm not the average everyday biker. I've kind of set the mode and took the gang world, left that alone, came to the biker world, and then created my own thing. So, you know, I take pride in that, you know what I mean? And I want to hold the culture to a high standard, and I want to always represent the culture with respect. So you see, like, I'm not on the camera doing hit pieces on clubs, talking bad about people. I never do that. I'm not out here calling people's names out, providing paperwork, because believe me, they send me all the stuff in my emails and I never put it out. There's interviews of people that are major that wanted to sit down with me, but all they wanted to do was bash their former club. I haven't had them on. You know, it's just a respect for the culture that I have. So I hope you appreciate that. Also, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel. If you want to learn more about this MC culture, this motorcycle club culture, diamond culture. And also, when I was in California, I shot 3 videos for my solo project, Go Savelli. So it's about to come. The talking is over. It is about to be here, and I'm excited. A lot of people, when they want to join a 1% club, they think to themselves, this won't work for me, because they think that everybody's hustling or you have to put in work to be down with it. You have to put in work as a prospect, obviously, but it's not that type of ball game. Do things happen? Yes, they do. You see it on the news all the time. That is when someone disrespects your brother, you have to be there. And listen, if you're gonna join a 1% club, you have to understand that that's part of the game. So don't lie to yourself. If you don't want those issues, just don't join, because you get so many people that join these diamond clubs and they're not down for what comes with it. So just know yourself. It's an easy game. If you know yourself, you don't want these type of issues, stay away from it. That's the best deal for you. In my opinion, that's the best way to move. When it comes to 1% clubs too, you'll do more clubhouse stuff than actually going to the big events. When you're in the 99, you go to a lot more big events. And I'm not saying everybody, because if you go to California, the big bros is at every bike show, car show. Like, it depends where you live. But like, most outlaws are off to their own warehouse kind of area, clubhouse somewhere, doing that type of deal, chilling with other support clubs or other diamonds, smaller settings, usually not the big events. When you're in a 99, like, if you want to do the fun stuff and have a lot of fun, a 99 is way better for you. A lot more females, a lot more parties, that type of deal. If you want to support the road, get your Go Savelli mask. This is the OG Go Savelli mask. This is the all black. You can get it at www.demonsroad.com. Follow us on Instagram at Demons Road. Follow us on TikTok at Sose the Ghost. I got another video where I talk about when a 99 takes a 1%er's cut. It'll be linked above. And thank you for tuning in to Sose the Ghost TV, which is sponsored by Demons Road, the holy grail of MC culture. Like, subscribe, and comment. And oh yeah, we ghosting, baby.
What?